Hello everybody and welcome to the Dad Schooler YouTube channel. My name is Gabriel Perez, and in this video we're going to talk about 5 ways to take action in your homeschool. Coming up. Alright guys, Gabriel Perez here. Thank you for being a part of this video and for watching. I'm going to give you 5 quick tips on how to take action in your homeschool. Number 1, do a lesson in the curriculum. That one might be obvious to you and it might be like, well, duh, but just doing one lesson, ask your wife, what's one lesson that I can do? Because sometimes it can be a little daunting to just jump into the curriculum when it's already kind of had its way. Your wife has a routine, your kids have a routine, and then dad comes in. That's what happened to me. That is what happened to me. But do a lesson in curriculum. It could be science. It could be history. If you like history, get involved in reading the history book and doing one lesson with the kids. It could be just one time a week where you get involved and do the lesson, but be a part of the curriculum. Be a part of the learning experience. And like I said, it could just be 1 hour a week for one lesson that you do, but your part in it as a father, as a husband, is going to speak volumes to not only your wife, but to your kids, because you are participating in their education. And also, not only that, but you are having moments of connection, moments that matter, moments that your kids are going to remember. Oh, I learned that with my dad. You're not going to miss the simple moments. Number 2, exercise with your kids. Now this is something that can be helpful because as dads you may want to get into some exercise for your mental clarity and also because you need energy. I know I need some energy and sometimes I need to go out, I need to go running. Bring your kids along. Find out ways that you can bring your kids into some of your routines that you guys can grow together. And guess what? That's PE, right? So you take your kid running with you, you're doing PE with them. You take them out shooting hoops with you, you're doing PE. You go out on a walk or a scooter ride or hiking. These are things that you can do to get your exercise in, but also bring your kids along in the process and helping them grow as well. I took my son on a run, and while at first it was, I want to go on a run and I want to run as fast as I can, when I have my son, it's not going to be the same run because he can't run as fast as I can. But in that run, it was a connection moment because I got to encourage him. We got to push through. We got to learn perseverance. He got to learn the value of an accomplishment. Something saying, I can't do this, Dad. I can't run 3 miles. There's no turning back, son. You have to. We have to push forward. And so he learned perseverance. He learned that he can do things that he didn't think he could do. And so I encourage you guys, challenge your kids in exercising. Bring them along with you, because that is the best way that we can teach them, is when we're bringing them along with us. And it doesn't have to be curriculum based or anything. It's just sharing your passion. Number 3, do a craft. There are awesome crafts that you can buy at Michael's, at Hobby Lobby, at Target, or Walmart. Pick one. Do something. My daughter and I, we love to sew. I don't love to sew, but I can't do it really well, but we do it together, and that's all that counts. It's the memory in the making. It's those moments, those little moments that matter. So my daughter might not necessarily remember that I didn't sew it very well. She's just going to remember that we sewed together, and that's creating a moment. And so that's something we've done. We've got a ton of unicorns and food things that we've sewn, and that's a fun time. My son, we've been doing crafts where we could paint a Pinewood Derby car, or we got these wood kits that build different projects every month that we were doing. Something like that is fun because we can it's all laid out together. We can go through it. We can have fun. It's creating moments and just spending time. This is all just spending time with your family and just finding ways to integrate that into your schedule for the busy working dad, because I think that's all of us. Number 4, explore your child's interest. My son loves comic books, and so we are creating a comic book. We are going through the process of what it's like to create a story. We are making characters and different enemies, villains, and just exploring that whole world and coming up with different ideas. And also, just practicing drawing. Obviously, if you want be a comic book artist, you got to work on your art. So it gives us opportunities to work in different ways. One day he could be doing drawing. Next day we could be learning about doing storytelling. The next day we can be putting it together, or coloring, or painting. It's just exploring what they're passionate about and going forward in it. And by doing that, you're making learning fun. You're making something that they already have a passion for, they're going to pursue on their own. So we don't have to come hard on it. We don't have to say, okay, now's the time that we got to work on comic book making. It's like, hey, you ready to do some comic book making? And it makes the difference because they're already excited about it. Number 5, read to your children. This is probably one of the best things that you can do. I listened to the book, The Read Out Loud Family, and just the amount of lessons that can be learned from reading books to them. The lessons that they learn in the books are going to help them greatly in life. You know, they're not going to learn about courage because they're not necessarily going to be faced to stand up and have courage every day. But they can read about courage through The Lord of the Rings, through Harry Potter. Might have lost some of you right there. Through The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, through Poppy, which we're reading right now. They can learn courage, they can learn bravery, they can learn honesty, integrity, all these things they can learn on a daily basis without having to actually make these decisions on their own. So when these decisions come, when these moments come where these qualities are needed, they can remember these characters that were examples of this. So read aloud to them. One thing that we like to do as a family is we do Dogman. We love to read Dogman. It gives me an opportunity to work on my voice acting, as I have voices for every character in that book. But you know what? It makes the book come alive. The kids are excited, and that's something that we can do that is really only reading 2 chapters of a Dogman comic is like 15 minutes. So if you're coming home from work late, your kids are already ready for bed, you can just read to them, and you've done something with them that is going to last. You've done something that is going to take a place in their heart and build those moments with them. So read to them. As you read to them, you can talk about the characters. You can talk about the different qualities that these characters have that they can learn and see. And then as you continue this practice, they're going to start seeing qualities in other people. They're going to start seeing things in themselves. And so read to them. And that's going to go a long ways. If you can do one thing, read to them. It is going to be the most important thing. It seems that my number 5 should be my number 1, but I'm saving the best for last. So for a quick recap, number 1, do a lesson in curriculum. Number 2, exercise with your kids. Number 3, do a craft. And number 4, explore your child's passion. And number 5, read to your children. Any one of these things is going to be a huge impact in your homeschool, and you leading your homeschool, and you having moments with your children that matter to them. And so if you found value in this content, please give us a like, subscribe to this channel so we can give more videos, more weekly things on what we can do better to serve our homes, to serve our families, and lead in our homeschool, and ultimately be the principal. And also leave in the comments below, what do you like to do with your children? How do you like to participate in your homeschool? As working dads, or even as a full-time homeschooling dad. Everyone has wisdom, everyone has insight to share, and the goal and the heart is that we all make this a community. We are encouraged by it, we can grow in it, and that it would just further encourage dads to take a more active role, because I think the father's role in the home is so important, and it's so important in the homeschooling home as well. So thank you, hope you found value, and we'll talk next time.